The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that, in the chaotic context of the world rich in inner thoughts and terrifying intrigues, the intertwined relationships between the main characters have pushed the story to a new level of tension, tragedy, and even breathtaking moments. The film is not simply a love story, it is an uncompromising battle between loyalty, betrayal, and life-changing decisions. Below, we will delve into each detail, thoroughly analyzing each turning point of characters like Carter, Hope, and Daphne, thereby discovering the psychological depth and internal conflicts behind each action, thereby opening up a panoramic picture of destiny, sacrifice, and dark secrets in their relationship. Carter and Hope were once the model of an ideal couple, when love and trust were the key factors shaping the relationship. They have been through many ups and downs together, from sweet, happy moments to unforeseen challenges. In Carter's eyes, Hope has always been a strong, intelligent, and determined woman, always ready to stand by him in every difficult situation. In return, Hope always believed in Carter's sincere love and faith, considering him a strong shoulder to lean on whenever life became difficult. The harmony in their initial thoughts created a strong bond, making both of them look forward to a bright future where love is nurtured and protected from the temptations of the outside world. However, no relationship is perfect, and for Carter and Hope, differences in their perceptions of power and responsibility quickly arose. In an unexpected turn of events, Hope made a decision that shocked Carter. She was absolutely determined not to apologize to the Forrester family. A decision she believed was necessary in the context of the coup d'etat that she believed was completely justified. For Hope, this action was not only an expression of autonomy, but also an affirmation of her right to self-determination in running her life and career. She believed that, no matter what reasons or convincing explanations Carter had, her position could not be changed. It was this determination that created a deep rift in their relationship. Carter, who had expected to be accompanied and listened to, was now forced into a situation where he had to face someone he loved but was unwilling to give in, causing fierce arguments and uncontrollable emotional outbursts. Carter, with his loving and gentle nature, could not understand Hope's sudden firmness. He feels like he is losing his partner, the person he once trusted and shared every emotion with. Hope's rejection is not only an emotional betrayal, but also a blow to Carter's self-esteem, as he has no way to calm the erupting conflicts. In Carter's mind, memories of the past, when he and Hope overcame many difficulties together, now seem to be painful fragments. Every explanation, every effort he makes seems to be thrown out the door of Hope's determination, leaving him in a state of confusion and helplessness. Carter and Hope's relationship is not simply a sharing of joys and sorrows, it is also an internal battle where trust and sacrifice must face each other's own boundaries. Carter gradually becomes suspicious of Hope's decisions, whether she is trying to prove herself or is there something deeper hidden. This conflict not only weakens the foundation of the relationship, but also opens the door to intrigue from the surrounding characters, especially Daphne, who has been waiting for opportunities to win Carter's love. Daphne has long been portrayed as a character with a sharp mind and a heart full of power. Not just a lover, but also someone who always intends to control and take what she thinks is hers. When the relationship between Carter and Hope gradually becomes fractured, Daphne quickly realizes that this is the golden time to carry out her plan. She does not simply want to replace Hope, but also wants to prove that Carter's love can belong to her, who has always secretly loved him from deep inside. Daphne does not hesitate to build a sophisticated strategy to defeat her rival. Knowing that the relationship between Carter and Hope is on the verge of collapse, she quickly seizes the opportunity to fan the flames of passion through sharp actions. Daphne planned every detail, from creating favorable situations to infiltrate Carter's life, to trying to create gaps and distances in the couple's already shaky relationship. Every step of Daphne's was carefully calculated, aiming to gradually lose Carter's trust and hope and thereby encroach on her position in the heart of the man she desired. While Daphne was ready for every trick, an unexpected shock turned all her plans upside down. Hope announced that she was pregnant with Carter's child. This good news not only brought happiness to Carter, but also marked an important milestone in Hope's life as an affirmation of her love and commitment to the relationship. The news of pregnancy caused an emotional explosion for both of them, as Carter faced both joy and fear about a new future. At the same time, this news is like a heavy hammer hitting Daphne's heart, making her realize that her plan suddenly becomes an insurmountable obstacle. The news of pregnancy is not only a sign of a new beginning, but also an unpredictable disturbance in the complex relationships between the characters. Hope, with her strong belief in a happy family, wishes to create a warm home for Carter and her unborn child. She believes that, no matter how many challenges lie ahead, love and responsibility will always be the glue that binds them together. However, the presence of rumors and intrigues from Daphne makes that belief shake. Carter, who is stuck between true love and the surrounding intrigue, gradually feels the difficulty of choosing between the past and the present, between warm memories and lurking dangers. As news of Hope's pregnancy spread, Daphne's mood shifted from sarcastic confidence to a fiery rage. Jealousy and betrayal caused her to lose control, turning her well-intentioned intentions into impulsive and cruel actions. Daphne's anger was not based solely on her own greed, but also on her reaction to the presence of someone she believed had taken Carter's love. The feeling of exclusion and the damage to her self-esteem pushed Daphne into an extremely dangerous state of mind, causing her to lose her usual coolness and instead act blindly and violently. Not letting the opportunity pass, Daphne confidently carried out a dark plan with the sole purpose of eliminating Carter's unborn child, the symbol of the growing bond between him and Hope. She took advantage of Hope's absolute trust to get close, creating an intimate setting where she could easily manipulate and give misleading advice. Daphne secretly put abortion pills in Hope's glass of water, an act that not only showed the utmost cruelty, but also the expression of a woman who was willing to destroy the happiness of others just because of jealousy. In that moment, when Hope unsuspectingly drank the glass of water mixed with abortion pills, she was caught in a severe stomach ache as a clear warning of the consequences of such an evil act. After witnessing the terrible consequences of her actions, instead of standing up and dealing with the consequences, Daphne coldly left. She shirked all responsibility, as if nothing had happened, leaving Hope in a critical and painful state. This action not only showed Daphne's lack of humanity, but also clearly demonstrated her willingness to sacrifice at any cost to achieve her personal goals. When Carter received a call from the hospital informing him of Hope's terrible condition, he fell into a state of severe shock. All his faith, all his hope for a common future were suppressed by the feeling of helplessness in the face of the cruelty of someone he once trusted. Daphne's cruelty not only caused an emotional storm for Carter, but also sparked a fierce confrontation between the two. When Hope, in pain and helplessness, was forced to reveal that it was all Daphne's fault, Carter fell further into a state of psychological turmoil. While he searches for the truth and wants to protect his loved one, Daphne appears with a cold attitude, denying all accusations. She is confident that she is completely innocent, asserting that she has not met or interfered with Hope's situation. A statement that only confuses Carter as he has to choose between believing the words of a woman he once knew and the words of an ambitious schemer. The confrontation between Carter and Daphne becomes more and more tense as each of their words and gestures contain pain, confusion, and inner conflict. After drinking a glass of water containing abortion pills, Hope's condition quickly becomes critical. Severe abdominal pain and unusual symptoms force her to be rushed to the hospital. Every minute passes like hours for Carter, who suddenly becomes a witness to a tragedy he did not foresee. The images of Hope lying on the hospital bed, her face pale but still showing traces of strength and resilience, left an indelible impression on Carter's mind. In the minutes waiting for recovery, Carter not only faced the fear of losing the woman he loved, but also the pain of realizing that those around him, the people he once trusted, could have betrayed him in the most cruel way. Hope's incident quickly spread not only among his close circle, but also among the community of people who followed the developments of this complicated life. The Carter family and members of the Forrester family were shocked by this tragic news. The conversations became tense, as each person had their own opinions, reasons, and harsh criticisms of each other. While some people thought that Hope's actions were inappropriate in expressing independence, others sympathized with her for her tireless efforts to build a happy family for Carter. It is in this chaotic context that the emergence of rumors about Daphne's plots makes the conflict more complicated than ever. Not only is Carter witnessing the pain of his loved one, he also has to face the haunting of the past, memories of a once brilliant love now obscured by dark intrigue and conspiracy. In his mind, everything seems to be out of balance. Betrayal, pain of loss, and a feeling of helplessness have pushed Carter into a state of depression, forcing him to make fateful decisions for his own future and hopes. Every passing moment is an internal battle where he must choose between keeping faith in love or letting go to protect himself from irreparable damage. While Carter is trying to accept the painful reality, Daphne is still unrepentant. She continues to insist that things are not as Hope says, that she had absolutely nothing to do with the incident. Her cold denial only makes the situation more awkward for Carter, who is now left with nothing but pain at the contradiction between the words and actions of those around him. The confrontation between Carter and Daphne becomes a dance of accusations, suffocating silences, and hostile looks. While Carter seeks the truth to protect the person he loves, Daphne becomes increasingly indifferent, as if she just wants the whole thing to go away so she can move on with her life without facing any consequences. Hope, despite going through the darkest hours of her life, is still the image of a strong woman who knows how to stand up after every shock. She is not only the future mother of the child, but also a symbol of resilience and self-respect. The decision not to apologize to the Forrester family, although revolutionary and somewhat stubborn, shows an important aspect of Hope's character. She always knows what she needs and is not willing to give up the core values she believes in. This determination, although causing conflict with Carter, is also the reason why the audience sympathizes with her, because in a world full of lies and intrigue, honesty with oneself becomes a rare, precious thing. Carter, with a heart full of love, but also many emotional wounds, has to stand between two people with opposing views on love, power, and sacrifice. He is a witness to the collision between faith and intrigue, between a warm past and a cruel present. Carter's heart is torn apart by difficult choices. Should he continue to believe in a love that has gone through so many trials, or should he let go to find another path where safety and peace are put first? Those painful thoughts make each of Carter's decisions not only affect himself, but also strongly impact the fate of loved ones around him. Daphne is an indispensable piece in the complex picture of the bold and the beautiful. With her ruthless actions and sophisticated strategies, she emerges as a symbol of ambition and jealousy. Daphne's every move is not only aimed at taking Carter's love, but also reflects a wounded soul, where buried memories and personal conflicts become the driving force that drives her to take dangerous actions. Daphne's act of giving her the abortion pill is not only a cruel act, but also a declaration that there is no room for kindness or forgiveness in her world. This creates a strong contrast between her and the other characters, especially Hope, who represents true love and sacrifice. With twists and turns and unresolved conflicts, the story of Carter, Hope and Daphne is moving towards an unexpected turn. Can Carter find a way to escape the haunting past and regain faith in love? Can Hope, despite suffering from irreparable damage, weather the psychological storm to protect her dream of a happy family? And finally, will Daphne, with all her schemes and malicious actions, ever realize the consequences of her actions? These questions are not only the driving force of the film, but also a reminder that in life, every decision has its price, and no choice is completely innocent. After the tragic incident, Hope begins to question herself. She feels betrayed by her loved ones, but at the same time, she also feels the inner strength to stand up and continue fighting. In the long nights, when she lies by her hospital bed in quiet moments, Hope often wonders if she deserves Carter's sincere love. However, inside her there is always a fire, a desire to live and be loved that no conspiracy can extinguish. It is through these difficulties that Hope gradually realizes that, in order to protect her family and her unborn child, she needs to be stronger than ever. Every wound is a lesson. Every tear is a testament to the resilience she has nurtured over the years. Carter, through the chaos and pain of the past, gradually realizes that love cannot be based on protection alone, but also requires forgiveness. He must learn to face the past, see through the shell of betrayal to find the core of his love for Hope. In the long nights when Carter sits alone, quietly reflecting on what has happened, he realizes that every wound on his soul contains valuable lessons. Because it is in the darkest moments that love is truly tested and affirmed its value. Carter's inner struggle is proof that, although life is full of challenges and intrigues, only true love can help people overcome all storms. Meanwhile, Daphne continues to live in her own world, where ambition and jealousy dominate every thought. But deep down, is she also suffering from pain that cannot be shared? Even though her actions are always calculated and cold, it cannot be denied that those decisions are the result of a past full of injustice and buried memories. Every night, when everyone around her has fallen asleep, Daphne must have wondered if she was on the wrong path and if one day, the consequences of her cruel actions will come back to seek justice. But until now, Daphne has remained steadfast, affirming that she has no regrets, that everything is simply out of love and the desire to hold on to everything in life. The question of whether Daphne's cruel actions can be redeemed still remains, like an endless thread. Even though Daphne now denies all accusations and lives her life on her own terms, will she ever realize the consequences of her actions and find redemption in love or repentance? This remains an open mystery, making it impossible for viewers to take their eyes off the developments of the film. Because everyone, no matter how guilty or wounded, has the ability to find light after the darkest moments. In the end, the dramatic events of the past do not simply end a chapter in the characters' lives, but also open a new, promising chapter where the past, present, and future merge. Carter and Hope may continue to face new challenges, new conspiracies, and painful decisions, but that only makes their story more vivid and inspiring. And whether Daphne continues to pursue her schemes or has a surprising twist, the bold and the beautiful will always remind viewers that, in life, love and forgiveness always have the magical power to heal all wounds. Looking ahead, Carter and Hope's story is at a crucial crossroads. With rumors of Daphne's interference and the consequences of her cruel actions making their relationship more fragile than ever, will they be able to find their way back to each other? Questions of trust, loyalty, and the values they once held dear become even more complicated. Carter, heartbroken, will have to choose between continuing to fight for a love that has been through so many changes or finding a new security, a different path that he believes can bring lasting happiness. Meanwhile, Hope, despite showing resilience in overcoming her injuries, cannot help but wonder if love is strong enough to save both of them from the lurking plots and dangers.